Welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the UCONN Huskies taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here at the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Boilermakers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Second down.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So the UCONN Huskies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Not all incompletions are the same. Listen, it's third down. I want to make a play. I want to throw the football down the field, get a first down. But sometimes it's the right decision to do what he just did. Don't make a big turnover. Don't make a big mistake. Just throw the football on the ground.
First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
UConn going back to work on offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the shotgun, the inside give. Strong, firm tackle. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his target down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UConn offense goes back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Give to the back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Going up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's DeMarco. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
10, Purdue, 0.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
First down, Purdue.
To the air on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCONN going back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. The give on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense, understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to barge in. And they're able to get him down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll leave it with him. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Across the 25, he's got room. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Snags it over the middle. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. It's caught. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Give to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener, but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better